What's going on, everybody? It's Core here, and today welcome to a video that I haven't really seen that many people talk about. Or rather, the topic of today's video is something that I haven't seen a lot of people talk about. So, as I'm sure a lot of you know, Need for Speed currently prides itself on having the most customization in any racing game, and also having all kinds of different licensed parts. But this wasn't always the case. Did you know that back in the mid-2000s, Need for Speed games had pretty much no licensed customization at all apart from the rims? Everything was made in-house by the developer, and one of these things was the body kits, and as a result of that came what I think are some of the absolute coolest body kits that have ever been seen in racing game history. So with that in mind, in today's video I'm gonna count down my personal top 5 favorite fictional Need for Speed body kits of all time. So let's get started. So starting off at number 5, we have Body 4 for the Lamborghini Murcielago in Need for Speed Carbon. And unfortunately, only in Need for Speed Carbon. Sadly, this body kit was also only featured in Carbon, but it's seriously one of the coolest body kits I've ever seen. Not only because of its squared off fender flares on the rear, and the split up front splitter with the carbon fiber winglets and the eyelids on the headlamps, but definitely what has to be the coolest thing about this body kit: the exhaust placement. First of all, the exhausts themselves look insane, but just the fact that they're placed right below the taillights, every time I saw that body kit as a kid, it blew my mind, and it still does to this day. And that's why I think the Lamborghini Murcielago's body kit deserves number 5 on this list. Moving on to number 4, we have Apocalypse / Body 4 / Body 3 for the Ford Mustang GT, as seen in Need for Speed Underground 2, Most Wanted, and Carbon. So the thing that sets this body kit apart from the others, to me, for the Ford Mustang anyway, is just how insane it looks. Like, look at the splitter and those pieces attached to the fog lamps that extend all the way down into the front bumper. It just screams insane fictional body kit, and it makes a statement. Like, Razor had this body kit on his Mustang, so you know it's definitely making a statement, and to me it always did, and I always got pissed off why this body kit was not unlocked from the beginning in Most Wanted. At number 3, we have the Stratos Speed wide body for the Mitsubishi Evo 10, as seen in Need for Speed Pro Street, Undercover, World, and The Run. I don't think I really need to say anything about this one. It's an obvious one. It's a lot of people. It's in their favorites list as well. And it's obvious why. It's very simple, but it somehow also manages to be aggressive and really cool looking all at the same time. Hey, if Ryo Watanabe could pull it off, we all can too, right? At number 2 is a little bit of an unorthodox one. I've never seen anyone talk about this one before, but it's this wide body kit as seen on the Mercedes SLS AMG in only Need for Speed The Run, as worn by Calvin Garrett's Mercedes SLS AMG. I don't think this kit gets enough credit. I mean, it looks really cool, it's clean, but it's also really aggressive and purposeful, and I love that the exhaust placement is on the front fenders, just like the SLR McLaren Sterling Moss. If Criterion decides to add an SLS AMG into the next game, they really should bring back this body kit, if you ask me. And finally, we have number 1. This should be an obvious one. It's most people's number 1, but it's the Mantis wide body for the R34 Skyline GTR. Why is it also my favorite one? Well, same reasons why it's everyone else's favorite one, to be honest. It's clean and aggressive at the same time, just like the SLS is, and it represents basically the most legendary Need for Speed wide body kit of all time. It's been in Underground 1, Underground 2, Most Wanted, Carbon, and now even Need for Speed Heat as well. So it's definitely a special body kit in the Need for Speed series as far as I'm concerned. Despite me not liking the Nissan Skyline R34 all that much, I still think this is the absolute best body kit that Black Box was able to muster in the Need for Speed games that they made. So that was about it for this top 5 list, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments whether or not you agree with me on these cars and whether or not you'd add more cars to this list or remove some. I'm open to criticism and or agreeance whenever you'd like. Thank you for watching again. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.